Varur has sent us this ground report from Chandni Chowk, a key contest there also.
Chandni Chowk, one of the most iconic parts of Delhi, goes to the vote today. It's known more for its food than for really anything else. We're standing here in one of the most congested otherwise parts of the national capital. It's going to the vote today, and there are several people who've already begun their morning. This is a constituency, a part of the national capital that has remained almost completely unchanged for many decades together. And we're here to get a flavor of the season, a flavor of the voices of the people here in Chandni Chowk. I'd first like to talk to the person who's actually been managing all this food so early in the morning to ask him what he thinks about Chandni Chowk and what he really wants for this iconic constituency. भाई साहब, आप बताइए आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा है चांदनी चौक में? चांदनी चौक को क्या चाहिए?
अच्छी सड़कें चाहिए, ट्रैफिक से निजात चाहिए, अच्छे स्कूल होने चाहिए. कोई अच्छा स्कूल नहीं है. जैसे पब्लिक स्कूल हर जगह मौजूद हैं. अब पुरानी दिल्ली में आप एक स्कूल बताइए मुझे कौन सा? ना कोई अच्छा हॉस्पिटल है यहाँ, और अभी भी किसी डिलीवरी केस हो जाए, कोई हो जाए, कुछ नहीं है यहाँ पे, कोई सुविधा नहीं. बस हम ये चाहते हैं, पब्लिक क्या चाहती है नेता से? पब्लिक ये चाहती है, सिर्फ यही चाहती है कि हमें सहूलत मिले, हमारे को लाइट अच्छी मिले, सड़कें अच्छी मिले, हमें बीमार आदमी कोई पड़ जाए उसके इलाज के लिए अच्छा हो. कोई आप एक गर्ल्स का कोई कॉलेज बता दीजिए आप मुझे पुरानी दिल्ली में आसपास, आपकी नॉलेज में कोई.
The point is that the people who live here don't have a choice. They have to live here. They don't have a choice. Their livelihood is here. They've always been here. Their families have handed down livelihoods from here for so many years that they don't really have a choice but to remain here and try and eke out a living. Let's get some more voices.
ऐसा कॉलेज होना चाहिए सर, लड़कियों का बढ़िया होना चाहिए.
बोलिए क्या? देखिए, हिंदुस्तान के अंदर अगर सहूलियतें हैं तो अमीर लोगों के लिए हैं. ये बाजार बल्ली मारान जो है गरीब तबके का लोग है, और इसके अंदर बहुत ही लोग रहते हैं. इसके अंदर किसी तरह की कोई सहूलियत नहीं है, ना तो सड़कें, ना ट्रैफिक, ना कुछ. और कोई भी स्कूल ऐसा नहीं है जहाँ के हमारे बच्चे सही तरह से तालीम पा सकें. समझे?
The fact is, it's about infrastructure. It's about schools, it's about roads, it's about infrastructure and facilities for people who've lived here for many years. आप क्या बोलेंगे सर?
ऐसा है, हमारा जिला चांदनी चौक क्षेत्र जो है, इस क्षेत्र के अंदर सबसे बड़ी तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि अगर इमरजेंसी किसी को अचानक बीमारी हो जाए, हम ले जाना चाहें हॉस्पिटल तो ले जा नहीं पाते, या और किसी किस्म का कोई भी बच्ची ऐसी नहीं है जिसको कि हम किसी कॉलेज के अंदर या कहीं कोई तालीम दिलानी अच्छी चाहे बच्ची को, तो इसको तालीम नहीं दिला पाते. सड़कों
You can actually see how specific the demands are. These aren't broad demands. Sometimes people get carried away with broad demands of development. Here in Balli Maran, in Chandni Chowk, people have very specific demands. A school for girls, facilities, for medical treatment for the elderly, proper roads so people can actually move around. While the livelihoods of these people will never really change in that respect, and they vote every 5 years, the hope is that this time, once again, the flavor of change in the air actually means something. With Arvind Kumar in Balli Maran, Chandni Chowk, Shiv Arur for Headlines Today.
Shiv is joining us, and so is Gaurav Sawant and Aditi Anand Narayanan still with us. Shiv, I got that elaborative report from you. Great to get a sense of what's happening in Chandni Chowk. At this time, 52% is what they're saying, the polling percentage to be great, and perhaps by 6 p.m. we are even looking at a number close to 70. Does that translate into people wanting a definitive change? Because poll pundits have always said when the voting percentage is high, perhaps it means that the incumbent has to go.
Well, 70% would be, would be incredible. That would be a very healthy number for Chandni Chowk. At 3 p.m., the voter turnout at Chandni Chowk stands at about 49%. The indications are, and we've been speaking to lots of people, asking them about the slow start, the slow turnout at the beginning in the afternoon. And they've said that, usually Chandni Chowk, the people get out to vote, after 4 p.m. So we're hoping to see that actually pick up. Absolutely, you're right. A strong voter turnout usually means, a vote against. And that isn't surprising. We've gauged that there is a degree of acrimony. The anti-incumbency against Kapil Sibal, the sitting member of parliament, is very real. there's disenchantment, there's discontent, a degree of cynicism that has apparently always existed in Chandni Chowk. Because like we've been reporting here, the fact is that Chandni Chowk hasn't changed at all in many decades. It's frighteningly identical to what it was in terms of infrastructure for many years now. So on the one hand, we're talking about a possible split in votes because you've got the Aam Aadmi Party as a new player in the fray as well. On the other hand, there are pockets that talk about the effects that the Modi wave actually has. So it's going to be really interesting to see, because at the same time, Maruk, there are also people who say you can't dismiss Kapil Sibal entirely. There are people who say he has actually done good work despite the very high voltage
Right.
campaign against him that has been mounted by the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP.